Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah of Matt and Sarah's World, and we are jumping back into a rat in the hospital section of Vampyr, because I still hasn't killed the beast. I did get somewhere last time. I went off and did some investigating side stuff, so it was nice relaxed chilled game last time. So this time let's get stressed and see, let's prepare to get stressed, because I probably will. Why am I going that way? Go the shortcut, go the short route, go there. Whee! I love being able to do that. Sneaky. Not very sneaky. You still walk past all the nurses down here, but still. Ooh, hiccups. I didn't notice that before. There's an armchair outside. There's an armchair. I realised there was a chair, but I didn't realise it was an armchair. Boy, am I awake. What are you doing, dog? Yes, I gave you some treats and I gave you some fuss, and now you're snorting at me. Oh, sorry. No, I'm snorting. This is contagious, I think. District stable. Oh, don't die. Don't die. Don't make me change the remote. Come on. Don't make me change the batteries. I don't like that. I don't like having to do that. That's difficult. I find that awkward. Boop. Doop. Oh, you're going to make me change the batteries, aren't you? Damn it, I find that really awkward having to do that. Oh, my hands don't like doing that. I think we're sorted. Right, where was I? Was I going through that door? Or am I going backwards going through that door? I do like this weapon. Seem to be doing a lot better since I've upgraded it, but I still don't know if it's actually going to kill the damn rat and that damn sewer thing. And for once, bang. 2 swipes and you're out. Yay, bye. For once, I don't need to hunt the rats. I have enough blood because I managed to nick it off other things on my way over. Right, man. Where is it?
What sort of creature is this?
The sort you don't want to talk about. Just hit it. Hey! Don't be... Oh, you are a stupid bloke. Either you're stupid or I am. Oh, please let me advance the story this time. Come on. Do not.
Here's what's left of him.
Oh,
Not a lot to
my
check,
God.
but I should anyway.
Yes. Yes. Nurses Crane's voucher. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Patricia's house and present this coupon. And then it's in Latin.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Can I not investigate that thing? Well, that was anticlimactic after all the effort it took me to actually get you dead. Well, you're dead. You stayed dead. Well, meh. Yeah, you had to be there, didn't you? Oi! Who gave you permission to be a pain in the ass? Certainly not me.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reid.
Out of curiosity. I can still only release him.
This city is more peaceful without the bombs, but no less dangerous.
Okay. Maybe once you've released them, and that's that. Whitechapel Street. That's the new one. I know we had an upgrade, but
Grenade!
what the bleeding hell? When did that come in? I must have been part of the upgrade. No, not allowed. Do not be throwing bombs at me. I bloody disagree with that. Not be throwing bombs at me. Arsehole. And I don't mean that in the nicest possible way. I mean he's an arse. Fucking bomb at me. I did not deserve that. You, however. Didn't drop dead. I threw a bomb at me. I'm sure that's never happened before. No, it's never happened before. They have never thrown bombs at me before.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. This is no
Roger the Wolf, you actually have a name now. That was a stop fucking hitting me for a minute.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
That was a shot.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops.
I'm loving some of these traders. They're so abrupt and so down to earth.
Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Scouse.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reid, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle. Their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons. And that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Really?
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
3.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
And who are you? I'm a new person.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a
I
few
like how he put
questions, if
that.
I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reid.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Okay.
Tell
Oh,
me.
you're locked down
Are
quite
you
tight.
joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Okay.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Another person. Your boy
Good
shop,
evening,
you trainer.
miss. I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Okay, well, she doesn't wish to talk.
It's locked.
Hello again, miss. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
Keep out of this area. Okay.
I'm cheap and I'm
Get out the wall! I'm getting confused.
I cannot enter.
Oh, piss off. What the fuck are you? You and your goddamn cross can piss right off. Oh my god! I got stuck in the wall. Yes, I know, I got de-fucking-peated. And that coffee as well. Meh. They don't take forever about it. Load. There's a slight problem. I haven't seen any rats. Going that way is probably a bad idea.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps
What
you
passed
could
him
help
twice?
me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is
You scratch that down there,
another
little man.
but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand.
I'm sorry. Am I? Hang on. Am I on your bed and you're trying to move it? Hang on.
Change, Mr. Darby.
I believe the situation
There you go.
can only improve.
Have your bed.
Now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Sorry, guys. Apparently I killed the bed.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
Happy
He
now?
goes where none of his
still
colleagues
scratching his
would
bed.
dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
Dog's wrecking the place.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital will
Coco,
bring?
enough!
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Okay, can't ask you anything personal
Goodbye,
at the
Mr.
moment.
Dark. Farewell.
What are you doing?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid.
You're mad.
I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
Watching the
fight
rain,
the
it's
disease before this
it's actually
legion
hitting his coat.
outnumbers us.
You can see it here.
But not with
It's really good.
scalpels and microscopes.
Sorry.
No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
You.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
No, I think it's
mad
your will.
And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A
Couldn't have put it better
small-time
myself.
Torquemada, the Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
I'm just
enough
gonna
tonight.
leave you there.
Goodbye.
I want nothing more to do with you. You're weird. Mad and weird.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reid?
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
She has a point.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Now where am I blooming well going? Oh, hang on. Well, that helped a lot. There's nothing up here. Find the inhabitants in Whitechapel. Find Richard. Find the mailbox and the letter. The mailbox is somewhere in that bit. There's the mailbox. I didn't see it because I was coming from the other direction. Okay, Darius produces letter. My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. Situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war, but there is also a war going on here in England, a war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I'm writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. Probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are growing up now, and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, down country. I am, as ever, your loving father.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Cool. I think I came this way, didn't
I should never have taken up my father's business.
This is this one.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Wow. I don't know how I get in there. You somebody different? Yes.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Oh, okay.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Maybe I can send
I
somewhere.
have this thirst for blood.
That was a lucky stumble because he desperately needed them.
This is despicable.
Yeah. I really wish we'd change how you what you said.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
We go through this routine every single time. I think it's time you accepted it. There we go. Oh, come here, Ray.
This is despicable.
It is indeed. Shiny, shiny.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you have the money.
When science fails you,
Who are you?
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley.
What?
drinking
Shooting a
worse than
boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reid, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife. Albert's mother. She was sick. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Treatment for migraine required. I don't have that at the moment.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Okay, so you need treatment for migraine.
Wet Boots would be proud of me. Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley drinking worse than a weed. Vaccinate! Kill it! Fine! That leech is fast! We have to stop her!
If you didn't go for him, he wouldn't go for you. Kinda leave him no choice.
It's locked, all right.
Best to evolve. I would if I had somewhere to rest. I haven't found anywhere yet.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. I
It's a leech!
You got stuck. Aha! Found the damn hideout. Oh, there's actually rats in this one.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Cool, it said there should be rats in some of them. Okay, that's good. What do we got? 1,395. Okay. Let's upgrade his body, shall we? Ooh, bloody hell. Serious. Yeah, I'll say. Clayton Darby, fatigue, I can sort him out. Christina, fatigue, I can sort her out. Migraine, I don't have a migraine. I don't know what's wrong with him. Bronchitis. So... you two, I can sort, no problem. I might be able to sort you if I knew where you were. Right, I have a few more minutes. Do I do any more? That's why there's rats. Because it's right in the middle of where they are. They appear to be going round and round in circles. Oh! Hang on. I'm back at the hospital. Huh. Why can I not hit him? Excuse me. Turn around and whack the bastard. What am I in? What am I... Just said investigation updated, so... No, you need to die. What have I just found? What about Pembroke? Sir, having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, we can confirm a vampire activity there. First, we now have proof of the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. The beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. I personally sneaked inside the hospital and heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of the Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, Amanda Tilton, who died yesterday in a fight against a skull by the canal. He may be a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something big going on at the Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires protected by those bloody traitors of the Stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly with reinforcements and heavy gear. Interesting. I like that. So you can see the paper moving because of the wind. Miss a cupboard. Okay. I missed anything else? No. Okay. So they believe there's a nest of vampires at the Pembroke. It's not, it's just him. And the lady. Anywhere else to go around here? Okay. Out of the wall, perhaps? Okay. This door. Can I go in that door? What's this door? What's this door? Abandoned investment property. Get away from me, don't touch me with your disgusting hands.
This is despicable.
No, save the shocked man by defeating the Scows. Ooh, okay.
I cannot enter.
Okay. Retaliation. Can we get... Sake, we get a swing in.
Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands! What happened?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages. This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Unreadable text written in Braille with just the title and Roman alphabet, cure for blindness. Okay. Ooh, cure for blindness. Hang on. Is that cure for a migraine? Seeing as migraines do cause blindness. Well, they cause a vision impairment. That was fun. Right. Itchy nose. What's happening now? Or is that for somebody like the Scowls trying to cure the blindness of the Scowls? I suppose that could be. This is a safe place, so I'm gonna upgrade your boy again. Is there anything we can upgrade? At the point, no. Definitely not. We've gone too far to upgrade any of that. 600. We can upgrade the blood capacity. Yes, thank you. Seeing as we're here, we may as well do that. Okay. Now you've got sick. You've got a cold. Aren't you the guy? I just saved over here.
This one's mine.
Oh. Curiosity killed the cat very fucking nearly. Why did I have to get curious?
I'll kill it.
No, you won't.
I'll take his head.
Yes, you are. And I've probably got to go through all that shit.
Mine! I'll take it! No! God, no!
I think I may have gone the wrong way. I was curious because he's a level 1. I need to find him at some point because he's a level 1 and I'm curious about... Yeah, I know. I wasn't really that bothered about them. I just realised I've gone the wrong way. So I didn't go... Did I come this way then? Bugger off! I am not in the mood. I just wanted to go and do some investigation. Stop blinding me with a damn bomb! Dead. Maybe not.
Murdering bastard! Get a taste of this!
God off, you bastard.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night.
It wasn't this way.
The guard recruit more and more every year.
It was close to that because I jumped up on that. Yeah, because I jumped up on there. don't bloody know then. Just come out. Back at the hospital. Is this it? Oh, I gotta go soon. I gotta go get my... Yes, abandoned investment property. He's not here anymore. Huh. Huh. Yeah, by all accounts, I missed them. I should find them again at some point, but it's just a case of where.
Turn around, sir.
I'd rather not. When did the hospital become serious? Damn it, what happened to the hospital? Oh my flipping... Jesus. Wet. Fatigue. Anemia. Anemia. Headache. Fatigue. Anemia. Migraine. Bugger. Right, I'm actually going to have to leave that here on that devastating note that I need to actually clean up the hospital because I've got to go and pick Matt up from work, and I don't think he'd be very impressed if I was late getting him because I'm still playing this. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you've seen, remember to like and subscribe so you can keep following the story as it progresses, and I will get back to that very soon and clean up the hospital. I didn't realise it had gotten that bad. Right. See you in another video.